tired, but
you'll be fine.
Oh.
Is it Udin Masisano?
What today?
Doubters will be believers.
Like, Sana offer me.
Udiam the amount.
Oh. Why?
Doubters will be believers.
Why?
You better doubt to the beer.
Why?
Oh, so we can own our kind.
Say.
Also, I'm out for you.
Now, one match depend on who is
and I'm say, dear, maybe the amount.
No problem. So now, mammy, dear, mammy, come without.
And I think you
will be now, do mammy.
As I indeed, but I don't know.
Maybe now to be fast, some Manchester.
As a man,
now to be about Obi Web. Now, I said, doubt, oh, mammy, dear, mammy, they need to be once and what to be that. Oh, now, but junior crowman, you because all the kids, because I daddy, this name, I don't want it. Now, me, I'm going to
or say Chelsea, we're Jai.
Or those who are Jai. I don't come out. So
doubters will be believers. You better doubt them the beer.
No problem. Any person without here. Any problem. Any person without here. You who say one loss the penalty the musi Chelsea for any experience.
To match sa.
That's it. We am better say say dia duro. No pressure. No pressure.
Doubters will be believers, but all of you
now only a cast now but see a January but that believer you go to Baron come maybe can work with this me share only never share they be already them this is each
coffee
Gatsby.
Why Gatsby
yeah. He's the one that coined the phrase that Abrabo Ayebono. All of us are products of your environment. Enti se ushi obi na ni suban ni omabi oyeno a little bit different from yours. Now we say abnormal in your own sense. I don't want to say kakra. Because where they come from, the things they've gone through have shaped them to be the people that they are.
Sure.
It's
things at your disposal. No?
Yeah, and
it will shape you.
Yeah, and the man who you are. And it's now go focus and now for you also shape the things that you become or how you become, what you become. Rich, the biggest winner yesterday at the Ballon d'Or, I'll tell you at the end of my analysis. I don't think it was Dembele. Ousmane Dembele is not the biggest winner of the Ballon d'Or. He won the biggest prize, but not the biggest winner of Ballon d'Or. But let's start with Ousmane's story. Because, and then I had the most interesting story and the biggest story at the Ballon d'Or. Which, Eban is saying, if you look at the list of French players that are winning Ballon d'Or, now Ousmane is 6. Now listen to this well. Say Uche list you will see say in the last 3 of the players who winning Ballon d'Or ama France minor. 3 of them, there are 3 things in common. First one, Ousmane Dembele, Karim Mustafa Benzema, Zinedine Zidane. All 3 of them are immigrant French people.
Okay.
Before that, there was Ramon Cooper. Only the Copa Trophy in Tono. He's a French boy. I played for Madrid. The whole of we told that story later. Then there is Michel Platini, the most famous of the lot of French former winning Ballon d'Or. And we win 3 times in a row: 93, 83, 84, 85. Michel Platini did that job. Then Jean-Pierre Papin in 1991 heralded France into it. In 1998, to win World Cup, then Zinedine Zidane won this one. Marich, Saoudite Zidane, now Benzema, now we shall mention from Ousmane Dembele. They are all immigrant French people.
Either
say first generation, second generation, and so say generation, and say every France for them. And most of them are second generation immigrant people. Same for Benzema, same for them. 3 of them are all Muslims. And in all of 3 of them being immigrants, being Muslim or Islam, all 3 of them are also African. It's African Islam immigrant people who have won the last 3 Ballon d'Or for France. Which, when you go to France, will be a mechanic several times that my love for geopolitics. Say any football at the end of America, I'm reading something or watching something about geopolitics, wars of the various nations and how they interact with people. Which, when you go there, you realize that Muslims for almost as free African. Only Nipa France police for essential Mupa because according to their data, only for a crime among. So every time you go to France, in those suburbs, those slums, like the Normandy area now, Usman Dembele Efrino, Europa and a crimes ewo. So it is not a coincidence that in all three of them, they rose from these areas to become individual best players in their field. But once Benzema and Zinedine Zidane a story, now we share maybe 2 years in, 1 year in, you could predict say Benzema bet Zinedine Zidane bet even at the time. Although we are not in this job now. But Ousmane Dembele, before now, nobody could predict. In fact, in the last 5 Ballon d'Ors, Ousmane Dembele had not been ranked on count. Top 30 on count. This is 2025. Since about 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. No parts. He was not ranked. And the thing is that, and you say that Obian named the quality of Ousmane Dembele, and you say they are only ball. Nobody has doubted Ousmane's ability to play. This is it. Per year. If you look at 2021, he was not ranked. 2019, he was not ranked. 2022, he was not ranked. 2023, he was not ranked. 2024, he was not ranked. So having not been ranked for 4 years and jumping to win in the 5th year is why, although there is similarity in Benzema, Zinedine Zidane, but the Ousmane Dembele story is slightly different.
That's a huge jump.
Yeah.
Gonka sometimes and Obi Obi no.
Yes.
And also the position or ban.
Yeah.
Say the last time or also be a fitter.
Yeah.
We know about 40.
Yeah.
No about 30.
Yeah.
Meaning or
to say Lamine
Yama.
Lamine really copa last year. Then when this second, all of us are saying that 18-year-old boy, when this second Ballon d'Or, Messi at age 18, where was he? So it is big for Lamine. And we are saying that so Lamine will win next year. So we need we win next year because life happens. Or we need 2 years, 3 years time. Any year because it's in there. But Rich, why Ousmane was not ranked no also any story at the average listener who listens or watch me doesn't know. And you want to make a channel. Everybody who follows football knows why Ousmane Dembele has not been ranked. And is it a fault of his? Ousmane Nankasa aye interview now saying, and he has said that partly it was his fault, partly and then the fault.
I went to at the point, I can say, I am a football career and a big country.
Yeah.
Gonna play
Yeah. Too much.
From Dortmund,
yeah.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Pre.
Yeah.
Pierre names are why consistent kaka.
Which you see, the person you bring here Ousmane asem we know. We need far better from area to go to Jim boy bra. Because I believe strongly that nothing teaches life lessons better than football. Trust me. And I'm saying this without mentioning any words. Yes, I'm not going to other fields. But sir, a good lady a fellow ball and a sport, no. It's something that changes lives. Even this kind of remember with some, but it teaches you things and stories that motivate you, or you learn from some remember also bra. Rich, you said it. Now, Ousmane did not just start from Dortmund. People usually focus on the journey at Dortmund because but he started from Stade Rennes in France. And at the tender age of age 17, I ran for his side. No, I said 16 goals and 13 assists in the first season. And everybody at Stade Rennes believe that boy, new talent is too much than what we've ever seen at Stade Rennes. And maybe we have to promote him to the League One team, which the first season in 2015, he was not promoted. Only agent pushing because the manager at the time felt like Debbie. The physicality enough for the French league. I'm not more French league enemy. Then they have to move on. Next season, they go to a new sporting director. And you want to move for 6 months, man, they may never more French league enemy. And then later on, grew as a player, which someone in the famous story of how Ousmane Dembele moved from Dortmund to Barcelona. Abra went trainer. But you know that the same thing happened when he was moving from Stade Rennes to go to Dortmund. Same thing, same story. Pre-season. Yeah, pre-season. Ousmane Dembele.
Training.
Yeah, Tono, you say, but see, okay, me person me call Dortmund. At the time, Man City and the likes all wanted Ousmane Dembele. We need him. You don't call Dortmund. Owura Dortmund, you see that German crown take with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, all of those German, my friend is a Dortmund boys, took the place by storm. Everybody saw the quality of Ousmane. Which, fast forward at age 20, Barca forwarded Diomuja with Paris Saint-Germain for. Paris Saint-Germain for the Sicano, Abo Barcelona for the Mumunye. Oma Gine Mexicano. Oma Gine Mexicano. You see, Erianka say, baby, which you know how Barcelona has literally the best academy with Yassi. But the one player that always comes in to turn it around, usually is not from the La Masia. Messi. Yes, he has trained at La Masia, but he is not a Spanish boy that they grew from La Masia from the off. From boys, old boys, come to Argentina, and then they buy him and he come to Spain, then he face it in. I'm not name an icon. Barcelona needed another player. Who is the academies no teach you how to play as a team. But sometimes you need a star man that stays in the team that does the job. In Neymar going, Barca needed somebody that in case Messi leaves could step up, and they thought he was going to Ousmane Dembele. It's the first candidate. At that time it was the second highest record purchase fee after Neymar there. At age
Neymar they need 222.
We will never forget that figure.
222 million.
That was big money at the time. But in the context of football purchasing, it's money that can't.
And there's also about 350.
So it is money that can still be getting from buying of players. Which Ousmane could pay more Barcelona. Nekaba be saying, which Ousmane say, I will pay more Barcelona, and this is sport. I want to see if I'll find a date for you. This is 2017, 14th November 2017. Sport front page. Ousmane buy a plano ever. Every time he's getting injured. And in front of sport, almost a plan especial para Dembele. A special plan for Dembele. Barca's plan for him in November was that all money mobile BM, he will sit off, recuperate the energy, and then come back in February. Which when you say Ousmane Dembele job only two from November to February, or by about 160 minutes, so they did not understand genetic reconstruction, genetic analysis. Again, if you can buy background, this will be interesting to you. Sani Yamano, they did to see exactly what's the underlying factor in terms when he played, but they could not find out why. Which it is attitude. The genetics and the science and all of those things could not find why Ousmane was getting injured. And Yamin Ameka, Ousmane say, and he spoke to the keep. Or say of free time of free Barcelona about Paris Saint-Germain. Nabra Barca. And two things happened to him. I don't know Barcelona, no Dortmund, no a young player, no. Because he grew up in place where Ubre and San when you be a star player, and he thought that was all. Ousmane Dembele, Ufri Nomade Noaba, and Oabe Judi Dortmund, Barcelona, second highest player, Costa Prepra. You are okay. He said he didn't know that Bono. So you need to pay a personal chef. You need to pay a personal physical trainer. You need to pay a personal analyst. You need to do your own analysis, rest, and reduce cobalt wasting time because we are exerting too much energy. Ousmane said he didn't know. Now, according to him, because he was making too much money, not all share even his mother could not really call him to action. So it was until he married his wife. Until who on social media said, boys, they said, since Ousmane Dembele worried again, on time, It may be a troll, but it fits into that narrative.
Okay.
Until Usman married a lady from Morocco who was from a family of 8. Who had a royal background. Usman could now understand that the sense of responsibility in Abano. So now I know who oba.
Oh, son of God, could be a normal. The young girl, you have this now, Maria.
That's exactly the thing.
Lifestyle is different.
You have liberty.
Oh, no, point to over away.
Exactly.
As all Befi, Falano, you know,
so for me, the story of Usman is interesting. And the story from Nomande, true to the fact that for me also, I think that Luis Enrique was super in the management of Usman. People criticize Luis Enrique Bibrioni. Me, I like Luis. And specifically last year against Arsenal, he dropped Usman. And your coach, Oyetuno, is coach that keeps up in terms of discipline. If you don't do the job, you go. Now, we all saw the pictures. Nemami Obia laughing over there. Which between Lamine Yamal and Nasser Al Khalifi, who won the night at the Paris Saint-Germain? Lamine Yamal won the Copa Trophy. Nasser Al Khalifi, I don't get time to tell you the Paris Saint-Germain story. But from Qatar for one to Paris Saint-Germain, since Marseille winning Champions League, getting them to go out quarter final, round of 16, quarter final, round of 16. They say they are perennial underachievers until they can't get there. To get them to win the Champions League and deliver France's first French football player of the Ballon d'Or winner in the recent times, that was not playing outside of France but playing in France. And it is Paris Saint-Germain team. I am torn. I am Lamine Yamal because he is 18, with the second of Ballon d'Or, and there is a chance for him to go to the very top and won the Copa Trophy twice in a row. Who won the Ballon d'Or night for me? Is it Lamine Yamal? Is it Abranti Efero, Papa Efero, Nasser El Khalifi? For me, it's the two that I'm looking at. And now, Paris Saint-Germain swept the awards. Gianluigi Donnarumma was the best goalkeeper of the year for his performances. Paris Saint-Germain. Luis Enrique, we need the best manager of the year. What he did is Paris Saint-Germain. He deserves to be the best manager ever on. And for me, I like the Lamine Yamal story. Very, very interesting story for our brand friend Lamine Yamal, for how good he has done over there. See, I like it. Aitana Bomati, we need a Ballon d'Or 3 times in a row.
James man, what yet? I don't need the new Lionel Messi.
Congratulations to them. It's rich. That is for me in terms of the fallout of the Ballon d'Or and Saint-Semno, and then who goes where, who doesn't go where, how it's going to be like, and now Usman Bra and then Mamimu Esu, you can tell all the emotions on there. But I don't understand social media no. I didn't think of truly Lamine Yamal. 18-year-old boy that is second in Ballon d'Or and go truly no. But Lamine is Lamine is going to win.
Real Madrid fans.
But Lamine is going
to win.
And
truly Barcelona for there. Movini Angelo, no moving. It is a Lamine Yamal yes we room. It's normal.
Lamine Beji. Lamine will win the Ballon d'Or someday.
Sure.
Lamine definitely will win the Ballon d'Or.
Definitely.
I'll come and tell you how Ballon d'Or organizers they give clues in terms of the people that are going to reach it. Mami Fensia say thank you very much. Michelle, all of the social media and the Fiifi Manfreda. We'll bring our bet codes in the war. Rich. Thank you.
Yanuza Mohammed